I would comment on Bernadette's explanation regarding the public consultation. I think one could consider that question from another angle. So representation, democratic representation is okay, but it is a helping tool where participation is not possible. So as trade unionists, we are in favor of autonomous persons which can help themselves. So it doesn't work always. But for the European level, we have the situation that the employers have much more resources for the European level. Even single companies have offices here larger than ours. So there are some thousands of them. Trade unionists, we have a few hundred on Europe. It is not possible to invite all our colleagues, but we have to think how we bring Europe to our colleagues. So, and health and safety is a wonderful issue. We have European Works Councils dealing with health and safety. We have local units from the trade unions. We have the national trade unions, their internal structures. We have schools where you have training courses on health and safety. All these people are experts. If the Commission takes a public consultation serious, we can use it. And that is what we discussed in our federation. So it is an opportunity to bring Europe to our colleagues and to gain their experience and their practical situation, because we cannot oversee what is existing. The world of work is so diverse today, and it changes every day. So they are the first who can see the changes. And if they say to the Commission, we have the following problem regarding psychomental stress, and we can explain to you, we expect that the Commission is doing something. Why not? It would be an opportunity to bring Europe to our colleagues.
Do you think that all the employees have an access to an internet consultation? Yes, yes, Madame Ségol can reply.
I don't have an argument with that. I don't have an argument with that. I just believe that democratic representation is part, and trade union representation is part of democracy. And at a certain stage, you can get the opinion of people, but on a decision-making process, we have to respect democratic processes. When I talked, I said, I'm not against, I didn't say I was against it. I said, in a democratic system, there are democratic processes. And I think it's very important at this stage to respect these democratic processes. It is essential. We cannot have European institutions, on the one hand, saying, yes, social partners, yes, social dialogue, yes, industrial relation, it's very important. And on the other hand, not listening and not taking into account who is representative and how. But if, and I believe you are right, if such a consultation can enable our members, your members, our members, to take a better part, to feel involved, that's good, that's good. But on the decision-making process, I think we've got to respect la démocratie représentative, representative democracy. Thank you very much.
Monsieur Dantin would like to say a few words?
Oui, très rapidement, là, dans le débat qui vient de s'instaurer, moi non plus, je ne suis pas opposé à ce qu'on consulte Pierre, Paul, Jacques. Tout le monde a quelque chose à dire sur tel ou tel sujet. Je pense que les citoyens sont faits ainsi qu'ils ont, heureusement, tous, enfin pas tous, mais beaucoup, des opinions sur les sujets qui sont à traiter. On va de forum en ceci, en forme en cela, mais au bout du bout, quand même, il se pose, quand il s'agit de décider, il me semble, un problème de légitimité et un problème de représentativité. Parce qu'il faut savoir qui représente qui. Et une organisation syndicale représente des adhérents. Cette organisation syndicale, elle a des congrès et elle a donc une légitimité. Je ne suis pas sûr que la personne qui tape sur Internet... Alors, il y en a qui ont des légitimités parce qu'elles participent ici ou là, mais bon, il y a quand même un chemin là qui est un peu discutable. est un peu discutable. Alors moi, je n'exclus rien, mais ce problème de légitimité et de représentativité me semble deux points qui sont importants quand même à regarder.
Thank you for the clarification. I would say that to conclude, and I don't want to open up this again, but I think that we should question ourselves why this procedure has been used now, a procedure that was never used before. And so far, all the European strategies were adopted after the opinions of the European institutes. So we have to be at least a bit suspicious whether this procedure is being used to delay issues. So that's my only point. Nobody is against democracy, but we have to be concerned why it is used now, and how the results can be used to have or not to have a strategy, or which priorities to give. And it's not a statistical exercise, drafting a European strategy. And I'm not undermining the representation of people that are going to reply to this consultation. But it also, I will agree with Monsieur Dantin that there is some legitimacy and representatives of the people that reply. We may have some concerns on the topic, the extent of the topics, and the prioritizing. But we are all committed to having a new European strategy. Some of us are frustrated or disappointed by the vagueness of the European Commission. I don't think that I remember hearing the word possible strategy. I don't know how many of you understand that. It was said, the word possible strategy. So the Commissioner had some contradictions on his speech. From the one side, he said that, yes, we're willing, the last strategy was very positive, and we want, it succeeded all its aims, and we are willing to make a new one. But he didn't mention the time scale, as it was said, and also the framework, because I think that we need to go to a more concrete strategy in our time than to go to a more vague one. So if we change the framework, as the Irish representative said, and put it like a set of priorities for health and safety to be taken into account by member states, it's not enough. Also, we've heard about the promises not delivered by the Lisbon strategy. We heard Monsieur Dantin say that we've chosen an employment deficit over budget deficit, but I will say that in the future we might have a health deficit in Europe if we undermine health and safety. And I think I'm very happy that the Irish representative is willing to press and committed to press towards the adaptation of a new strategy during their presidency. And I think that we need not only wishful thinking, we need concrete acts now to adapt a European strategy. And I would say that in time of crisis, many human rights can be threatened. The right to public health, to education, the right to employment. But health and safety is a fundamental right, and we cannot see them antagonistically. We cannot put them on a scale and choose one over the other. Occupational health and safety is not a luxury we can do without, or we can downgrade with no consequences. On the contrary, we don't afford the luxury of waiting. It is now, in the time of crisis, that we need now more than ever a very concrete strategy aiming at prevention. So, Laurent, I will invite Laurent to make the final closing of the conference.
Donc, pour l'Institut syndical européen, je veux remercier toutes les personnes qui sont venues ici. Vous êtes venus de nombreux pays. Les exposés qui ont été présentés ont été très riches, ont montré qu'il y a d'énormes attentes par rapport à la stratégie communautaire en santé et sécurité au travail. Nous n'avons malheureusement pas reçu les réponses à nos questions en ce qui concerne quand et dans quelles conditions la nouvelle stratégie sera adoptée. Je crois qu'il est clair que chacun d'entre nous, dans les différents pays dont nous provenons, nous pouvons faire quelque chose pour que cette stratégie soit finalement adoptée. Et donc, je vous remercie pour votre participation. Je remercie les personnes qui sont venues à la table ronde également pour avoir accepté de donner leur opinion sur ce processus, qui est un processus très important du point de vue de la crédibilité même du projet européen, et donc qui est important pour la santé et la sécurité, mais qui va nettement au-delà de ce qu'est simplement la santé et la sécurité. Je remercie le Comité économique et social européen de nous avoir offert l'hospitalité. Je crois qu'il y a désormais une longue tradition de coopération entre...
Vous êtes ici chez vous?
Mais j'en suis bien conscient et vraiment je vous en suis très reconnaissant. Nous avons beaucoup apprécié tout ce qui a été fait par le Comité économique et social européen pour rendre possible cette conférence, pour l'organiser dans les meilleures conditions. Je remercie également les interprètes et évidemment toute l'équipe de l'Institut syndical qui a beaucoup travaillé ces derniers jours pour que cette conférence soit un succès. Et je vous souhaite de rentrer chez vous et de pouvoir apporter le maximum dans les mois qui viennent à ce que finalement cette stratégie de santé et de sécurité voie le jour et soit ambitieuse et cohérente.
Très bien.